J'invite maintenant M. Andrew Scheer, l'honorable député de la circonscription électorale de Regina-Capelle, à prendre la parole pendant au plus 5 minutes.
Monsieur le doyen, collègues, permettez-moi avant tout de moi aussi féliciter les députés présents d'aujourd'hui, qu'il s'agisse de votre premier mandat ou, comme vous, monsieur le doyen, votre 9e. Je suis persuadé que vous conviendrez qu'il n'y a rien comme d'entrer dans cette chambre pour la première fois après une élection. If I can beg the indulgence of those members who heard my speech in the 40th Parliament in a similar circumstance, I would like to use the words of Speaker William Lenthal to describe the nature of the position of Speaker. When King Charles came into the House in 1642 and demanded to know the whereabouts of certain MPs, Speaker Lenthal told the King, "May it please your Majesty, I have neither eyes to see nor tongue to speak in this place, but as the House is pleased to direct me, whose servant I am here." À mon avis, c'est cela le principal rôle du Président. Il doit d'abord être un serviteur de la Chambre. C'est le rôle du Président de garantir que les députés puissent exercer leurs droits et privilèges à la Chambre. Les députés, collectivement, délèguent l'autorité au Président pour assurer que la Chambre fonctionne. I believe I can carry on that legacy thanks to the experience I have gained over the last several years. I've spent the last 5 years in the Speaker's chair and up until about an hour ago as your Deputy Speaker, and before that as the Assistant Deputy Speaker from 2006 to 2008. It's an old maxim that you learn by doing, and certainly I've learned a great deal with first-hand experience in the chair. Experience and expertise should count for a lot, and while every candidate before you has many different experiences in different areas that will no doubt be helpful to them, I believe that there's nothing quite like on-the-job training. As Deputy Speaker, I have learned the rules, the procedures and precedents while actually being in the chair. In speaking with many of you, I have received very positive feedback at the impartial and fair way I have presided over the House, and I've always taken care to ensure that all parties, and indeed all individual members, were treated fairly while I was presiding. Now, I have heard some feedback about my age, and I know that I am getting quite old now. You know, the current Speaker of the House of Commons of the United Kingdom, Mr. John Bercow, also faced questions about his age, as he was also quite relatively young when he successfully ran for Speaker. And I'm sure he won't mind me retelling you one of his stories. He said to me that while he was calling, in his speech, he said, while he was calling members for their support, one particular MP said to him, "Certainly not, Bercow. You are not just too young, you are far too young, given that in my judgment the Speaker ought to be virtually senile." Mais j'espère que personne ici n'est de cet avis. Vous avez été nombreux à me parler de decorum et de courtoisie. Let me say that I absolutely agree that the Speaker needs to play a more assertive role in improving the tone of debate in this place. I believe that it is time for the Speaker to use the standing orders that already exist, that are available, to more strictly enforce the rules regarding behavior. When I was in the chair, often throughout debate, you'd see a particular member, I won't mention any names, consistently be disruptive and discourteous to their colleagues, and then because it was their name was on a list, they got to get up in question period, give a statement, and expect that the floor would be given to them. But I think that we should have a system in place, and a Speaker I would, to ensure that people who don't give the respect to their colleagues until they learnt that respect would not receive the respect from their colleagues. Soyez certains que je vais m'assurer que les députés qui refusent de respecter les règles régissant les débats ne puissent prendre la parole tant qu'ils n'auront pas fait preuve de respect envers l'importance de la Chambre. In the last Parliament, I also noticed a great deal about the way toxic language has crept into our debate. You know, we have a list of unparliamentary words, but I think we can go beyond that. And I don't think unparliamentary language should be constricted to just a technical list. And I think the Speaker should ensure that members follow not just the letter of the rules regarding unparliamentary language, but its spirit as well. Base name-calling and questioning the motives of other honourable members create a toxic environment. And I think that's what Canadians feel let down the most about when they see that. I think that by showing each other the mutual respect that we would expect from anyone else is very important. En tant que président, je veux voir une Chambre des communes respectueuse et courtoise où les députés peuvent discuter librement les lois et les idées en sachant que leurs droits et privilèges sont protégés. Nous avons le devoir envers tous les Canadiens de faire en sorte que la Chambre fonctionne. Pour mes collègues francophones, je peux vous dire que j'ai appris 13 années de français en école, mais quand j'ai déménagé au Saskatchewan, j'ai perdu quelques mots et quelques conjugations, mais j'ai fait un grand effort d'améliorer mon français. et j'apprends le subjonctif malgré l'imparfait de mes paroles. Protecting the rights of individual MPs is also an important task for any speaker, and if you select me, I will ensure that each member has the right to be heard. Our rights should be protected collectively, but also each individual MP needs to have his or her rights upheld as well. So based on my experience, my passion for this place, my fair enforcement of the rules, I humbly ask for your support.